Good afternoon, soon-to-be graduates of Georgia Tech, and welcome to the 2023 second Bachelor's ceremony of this Saturday afternoon. My name is Bryce Zimmerman. I'm with Institute Communications. I'm joined by Ayanna Isles, who's also a member of Institute Communications, and we are bringing you Commencement Live. This is a live pre-show where we're going to show you some of the student stories of the wonderful graduates that we have here at Georgia Tech. Always blow me away when we get this opportunity to talk to the students. So as you are making your way into the stadium, please find your designated area for your college. All right, you need to be sitting with the folks in your college, and make sure that you sit in those seats in just a little while before this ceremony starts. But we want people to be out there taking pictures, enjoying themselves, and of course, following along on social media.
Yes, we want to see all those photos. So as you get in your seats, take a selfie with you and the person next to you, and you can tag us on all social media channels using @GodTech, and then use hashtag GT23 and hashtag #RamblinOn.
So that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We want to see those pictures rolling in from throughout today. This is the fourth and final celebration of our graduates. We had the PhD earlier yesterday, then we had the master's in the afternoon. Earlier this morning, 2,640 graduates in total, undergraduate, over these two ceremonies today, so very excited. It's not just Ayanna and I here at the Ramblin' Rec Desk. We have a couple more members of our team. Let's go over to Grand Field and meet Evan and Tyler.
Appreciate that, Bryce and Ayanna. Yes, I am Evan Atkinson, joined by Tyler Schott. It's all about the students today, all about the graduates, all about your loved ones, and that's why we're here on the field, just to introduce you to a few more of them and give them another angle. And since it's about the students, Tyler is actually a Georgia Tech student here who's getting to work a few commencements. I have to ask you, now that you've worked a few commencements, does it get you a little bit more excited for you to, cross the stage this fall?
Oh yeah, every time it gets a little bit closer to crossing that stage, and you've all made it to the finish line, so congratulations. You get your time to walk. And without further ado, let's get the show on the road and head back to the rec desk to meet some of our students.
All right, thank you very much, Tyler, and we're not going to waste any more time. We've got a lot of students to tell you about and not a lot of time to do it. So our first student we're going to meet is going to be a video up on the screen and introduce you to Frida Carrera, a first-generation college student and soon-to-be graduate.
It's like my biggest accomplishment to date, because I feel like a lot of the sacrifices my parents made and a lot of my own hard work has really paid off to be able to graduate. And it's also like very important to me because I get to be a big example for like my younger siblings. My younger sister now goes to Tech. She's currently a sophomore. So I think I played some part in that, but I give her a lot of credit for her own hard work as well. And also my younger brother has also displayed a lot of interest in attending Tech. I was first introduced to Georgia Tech when my high school went on a college campus tour. I remember specifically going to the invention studio, and we just see all these engineers and students working on their projects, working with one another. And so that was showed me how innovative Georgia Tech was and how they really cared about their students and their passions. That moment in particular is what really sold me to come into Georgia Tech. The Georgia Tech tradition I hold closest to my heart is probably the Rambling Rec. And I took my first ride a couple days ago as a senior. Every time I see it riding on campus, it kind of reminds me oh wow, I go to Georgia Tech. Some clubs that really helped me, first it was Epic Intentions Consulting, also the Latin American Student Organization, which was first started when I was a student. So I think that also helped me connect with students of similar backgrounds as me. A lot of us are also first gen. So I think that those kind of connections, we kind of it's important to maintain even after school. And even when we're past, say, college, or we already have 10 years of experience, it's still important to come back and help first gen students, be a mentor to them. I definitely feel very happy to have chosen the dual degree, and I just feel it's a pretty big accomplishment that I kind of very proud of. Gracias a mi familia, a toda mi familia en México y a toda mi familia aquí en Atlanta. Muchas gracias a ustedes por ayudarme en mi proceso aquí en Georgia Tech. Gracias.
And we are pleased to have Frida here with us at the Ramblin' Rec Desk. And so cool that you got your ride in the rec, and now it's just right here behind you. You're going to get a picture with the rec today. Why is the Ramblin' Rec your favorite kind of emblem of Georgia Tech?
Well, I think for me personally, it's just a reminder of where I came from. I commute to school every day, so I kind of have a kind of weird, unique connection to it. And yeah, just really memorable for me to ride in it for the first time as a senior. So yeah, that was really fun for me.
Aside from parking, what is the biggest challenge for a commuting student to Georgia Tech?
I would have to say probably making those campus connections because you aren't really on campus every day, all day. It's kind of difficult, when doing, meetings or just having those kind of connections on campus. Just a little more difficult to maintain, but it's still very, very fun to do. So.
And tell us how you were able to make some of those campus connections. What are some of the programs you were involved in that really made a mark here at your time at Georgia Tech?
Yeah, so during my time here, I was part of HSF. I was part of an Epic Intentions Consulting. And one of my biggest passions was the Latin American Student Organization, which started as when I was in my second year here. And from that organization, I was able to meet students from similar backgrounds as I, and we were able to bond on those kind of backgrounds and connections. So that was really fun for me too.
First generation students, so you get the opportunity to walk across the stage. How are you feeling right now as that moment is getting closer and closer to being here?
I'm so excited. A lot of my family's here today. I'm the first person to graduate, so it's really momentous for all of us. Yeah, I'm really excited, nervous, but overall really good.
And speaking of family, is there anybody out there you want to say hello to online or in the stands?
Yeah, quiero saludar a mi familia hoy que están para apoyarme, y toda mi familia, mis hermanos, mis primos, y a mi novio y su familia que también está aquí. Muchas gracias.
All right, thank you so much, Frida, and we really appreciate you taking the time to be a part of our broadcast here today. It's Frida Carrera. Now we've got some other students who are literally jumping for joy to graduate from Georgia Tech over with Tyler.
That's right. We have two freshman year roommates who have remained friends all the way through college, and they're here at graduation about to cross the stage together. Can you tell me, how did you guys meet freshman year?
Yeah, so I made a post in the freshman Facebook group at the time over the summer looking for a roommate. Somehow Jason commented, reacted. I waved at him, and before we became roommates, I actually asked him, well, Jason, what do you like to do for fun? And he said one of his hobbies was picking locks, and that's when I knew he would be a great roommate. And 4 years later, here we are, 0 locks picked, but we're still friends.
That sounds like an interesting story for sure. Jason, I don't know if you can top locking picks up, but are there any trips or anything that you guys did? I know you guys have traveled a lot together that you want to talk about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We started being friends in freshman year, and since then we've stayed friends. We've gone on all these trips together. One of my favorite ones was at the end of sophomore year when the COVID vaccine was coming out. You couldn't get it in Georgia yet, but you could get them at one Walmart in Alabama, so we decided to just drive over, get it, come back. We've been to Toronto, Los Angeles, New York. We most recently went to Puerto Rico, went, like dock jumping, so lots of great memories.
That's awesome. I think we have some video of you guys clicking heels at a bunch of locations. How did that come to be, and do you guys do that at all the places you travel?
I think at one of our trips, I think it was Savannah, Naman came up with the idea, like, let's click our heels together and do a montage. So we did one of Savannah. That's why we have so many of Savannah. And then we just started doing them everywhere we felt like it.
That's awesome. While you're here, is there anyone in the audience online you'd like to say hi to?
For me, I definitely need to thank all my friends that have gotten me through here, my family for coming. Thank you, Kevin, Alyssa, especially my mom and dad. Anima, Anipa.
Naman, are there anyone in the audience or stands you'd like to say hi to?
Yeah, absolutely. My family's also here from Jersey. Mom, Dad, Ishan, my younger brother. Yeah, Jersey. They're all in the audience. Love them a lot and thank them a lot for supporting me the last 4 years.
It's great to have you guys here, and awesome to know that some freshman year roommates got to stay together for 4 years and are crossing the stage here today. Let's head back to the desk and meet Emmett.
All right, thank you very much, Tyler. And actually, can we, we're going to do something on the fly. Can I see a heel kick? Can we go back over there and do a heel kick live? Let's see. All right, we got you on camera. I want to see a heel click at commencement from Jason and Naman. Let's see it. Oh, they got to line it up. It has to be perfect. The timing is impeccable. Well done, well done. Thank you so much. So we are going to send to another package here of Emmett Halloran, but we had to get that. We had to get that.
It's so impressive, too. All in sync.
Before we go on to meet Emmett, I just want to send you a reminder out there as you're filing into Bobby Dodd Stadium to please find your section with your school and with your college. Very, very important that you seat in your assigned seats for the colleges, and make sure that you do not move the chairs either. Keep the chairs where they are, please. All right, now time to meet Emmett Halloran, our next student feature.
So I visited my junior year of high school, and then I came back for a scholarship interview, but I got to meet wonderful students here and faculty, and many of those relationships that I continued once I actually came to Tech. The STEM focus, even with a business degree, was something that a lot of other schools didn't offer. I would give tours of Scheller through the Scheller Business Ambassadors, and then tours of Tech through Georgia Tech Student Ambassadors, and just sharing my love for Georgia Tech and reminding myself that every week or however often I was doing tours was really important. I think my favorite is giving tours to admitted students and making sure that they come to Georgia Tech and don't choose any other school because I want them to have as great of a college experience as I did. I like to take people to, if I can, like the Kodo rooftop or honestly any of our campus rooftops, whether it's the library or the Clough Undergraduate Commons. I love the hammocks. If I'm gonna show up even 3 to 5 minutes early to a class and I see a hammock, I'm gonna go sit there for 2 or 3 minutes. It's really relaxing, and there's always students around and in the other hammocks. So it's just a fun environment for me. It's calming, and usually the hammocks have a great view of our city skyline. Being at Georgia Tech and being surrounded by students that are doing amazing things pushes you to do amazing things and makes you believe in yourself that you were here for a reason as well. My experience was amazing. I think it was the best 4 years of my life. So it'll be bittersweet to move. I think just spending 4 years here, it'll forever be a home to me.
Okay, I am on the field here. Now I met you a little bit in the video, but can you introduce yourself again and tell everybody what your major is?
Sure, yes. My name is Emmett Halloran, and I'm a finance concentration from the Scheller College of Business.
Okay, so while you're here at Georgia Tech, you mentioned you were a Georgia Tech ambassador. So for people who are unfamiliar, can you tell everybody what you do as Georgia Tech ambassador and why you would actually take that on along with your studies?
Sure. So we welcome alumni back to the Institute, and then we also conduct specialty tours. So anything from Black History tours to giving tours to people that are deaf. I've done all the above.
That's amazing. People need to know their way around Georgia Tech, so you're the one to go to. All right, perfect. So you mentioned in your video package as well that you're a fan of the hammocks on campus. I have to ask you, do you have another favorite place on campus or maybe a favorite event that comes around yearly here at Georgia Tech that you get really excited for?
Yeah, I said all the rooftops as well, and then I think another spot is the slide, which was featured. So any of the really fun spots on campus, you can find me there.
Okay, that's perfect. So I have to ask you what you're doing next. I know you already know, but I think you're going to have a pretty cool roommate and moving to a pretty populated city coming up. Can you let everybody know what you're going to be doing next?
Yes, I am moving to New York City in July, and my cool roommate will be my sister. So that will be a fun time.
I think a sister's roommate is pretty cool. And moving to New York City, I think is actually pretty awesome. But thank you for chatting with me. Next, we're going to introduce you to Jenna Holland.
I mean, growing up in Atlanta, Georgia Tech is always the dream. So I applied a bunch of different places, and once I got into Tech, it was a no-brainer. With the Zell Scholarship and it being a phenomenal engineering school. Once I got into Tech, I was really excited to come here. As a kid, I really liked taking stuff apart and seeing how it worked. And my parents were like, maybe it's time for you to learn how to assemble things back together again. That would be really helpful for us. So just being able to build stuff, learn how it works was something I really liked, and mechanical engineering gave me that. I am a volunteer diver at the Georgia Aquarium, so I get to do a lot of scuba diving in the mornings, which has been a lot of fun. Diving's been something I've been doing since I've been a kid, and being able to get involved in that in Metro Atlanta is a little bit harder. We don't have any oceans nearby necessarily, and I grew up going to the aquarium, so it's just something that worked out well. I get to be able to dive during the week. I get to share my passion of the oceans and sea life and marine life, and I get to help out at the aquarium and dive during the week. Tech can get kind of stressful sometimes, so as a way to step away from it all, to go scuba diving in the middle of the week is fantastic. I get to sign up for whatever exhibits I want, so whatever I'm feeling that week, I can sign up and dive in that exhibit. So anywhere from the penguins to the piranhas to big Ocean Voyager exhibit, I've been able to dive in. I have a really cool picture of the octopus climbing all the way up my arm, and being able to feel just the suction of the arm of an octopus is how many people get to do that? I applied for a spring internship at Amazon Robotics and I got it, and I was like, this is an awesome opportunity, I have to take it. So I co-op there. I lived in Boston for 6 months. After that, I just kept getting really awesome opportunities. So I had the opportunity to work for like Coca-Cola Freestyle, Apple, and like NASA Jet Propulsion Lab. So I mean, I just kept saying yes, and it was awesome. And NASA, I mean, you're building stuff for space. When you talk about like the mission requirements, you're like, oh, I forgot this isn't on Earth, which is just sometimes insane to wrap your head around. Apple, I worked at Apple Park, the big ring building. So just seeing that, it's like the world's most expensive building. So just being able to like be in that facility and learn from like some of the best engineers, I really enjoyed. And I took a return offer to go back. So I'll be in Cupertino for the foreseeable future working at Apple.
Unfortunately, Jenna could not be here today, and of course, we wish her the best, and we would have liked to have been able to talk to her. She had a wonderful story, but unfortunately that wasn't the case today. Once again, one more reminder, please make your way to your seats in your assigned sections, and we also want you to take some photos while you're there. So, Ayana, what is kind of the proper selfie technique? You're from this generation more than I am. How do you take the perfect selfie on graduation day?
Well, for my angles, Bryce, I can only speak for mine. I'm a high up angle kind of girl, so I can get the whole outfit and the face. So, you know, I'm a high angle, some are low angle. So whatever works for you, make sure you catch the good lighting and get the fit too. You want the whole outfit.
Yeah, you gotta have the fit. Gotta have the fit check.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, GT23 on the hashtag and hashtag Ramblin' On for your Georgia Tech social media sharing. Let's go over to Evan, who's on the field with Max Pacheco.
All right, appreciate that, Bryce. Yes, I'm with Max Pacheco. Before I start, can you tell everybody, you know, how long you've been here and what you've been studying here at Georgia Tech?
Yeah, so I'm a third year mechanical engineering undergrad. So now I'll be doing a 1-year master's.
Okay, perfect. So how does it feel, right? You're going to be staying here at Georgia Tech, but you will be getting your master's. How does it feel today to actually get the chance to walk across the stage?
I mean, it's great. It's surreal. It's definitely something that, you know, you can't describe the feeling, you know, all the hard work you put in to finally be here, and I can't wait to finally cross the stage.
Okay, so I have to admit, we actually chatted a little bit before you were a student here at Georgia Tech because you had a video because of something you did nice for someone before you came here that went very viral. It ended up on Good Morning America. Can you tell everybody kind of what the nice gesture you did at the end of your high school career?
Yeah, of course. So I have this teacher named Dr. Gloria Green from Southside High School. She was the one that wrote my letter of recommendation to come here to Tech. So I thanked her by giving her some flowers when I got in. It blew up and went viral. And it was just, you know, it showed that like teachers really care about you. She was one of my teachers that almost like a mother figure to me too. So unfortunately she's not here with us today at the ceremony, but I still love you. Shout out Dr. Green.
Oh, I'm sure she's supporting you. Okay, but you actually have your not job stuff, you're gonna be staying here for your master's. What made you come back to Georgia Tech, right? You're already walking across the stage today, you already earned a degree. Why come back for another one?
Well, like I said, you know, great teachers here, great atmosphere, got great friends. You know, 3 years is a short time. I thought, why not one more year? And I mean, I'm doing things I love. I love engineering, I love mechanical, so I can't wait to come back and just do one last year.
No, I think it's a great idea. I think you can never spend too much time here at Georgia Tech, so I think you made a great decision. But that is Max Pacheco. Now we're going to introduce you to another one of our graduates today.
I'm born and raised in Atlanta. I actually did a summer program in high school here at Georgia Tech. I got to work with one of the math professors. Georgia Tech was my #1 choice. It was like really my only choice. I knew Scheller was going to be a great program just because, again, it's in Atlanta. All these major companies are here. They're looking at Scheller. They're looking at Georgia Tech. Just being able to bridge the gap between like technology and business. I got into the Google Bold program, the Bold Immersion program, my sophomore year. I think 50 students were chosen out of like thousands of students. I think the acceptance rate when I looked it up was like 2%. It was insane. So I did the internship program, and then I did my best at the internship program and ended up getting a full-time offer. And being able to be the first person from Georgia Tech is super like, I think that's like one of my greatest accomplishments here, just being able to like inspire others, you know, you can do it too. I'm also a club basketball player, so I was a 3-year basketball player. We won nationals like the first year, and then we won the regional tournament this year. I mean, I bring the energy to the team, so defensively, and I'm a three-point shooter. So I mean, we just have fun together. I love my team. The list can go on. I was also I've had 6 internships while I'm in my college career, so I've definitely kept myself busy. Create the new, inspire the young, and disrupt the norms. And that's something that I want people in the stadium right now to really try and do in their lives, is create, inspire, and disrupt. I mean, what can't you do? If you put your mind to anything with the right mindset, the right attitude, there's nothing you can't do.
And here we are with Naomi at the Ramblin' Rec desk. You're a graduate of a City of Atlanta High School. You're a graduate of Georgia Tech. Tell me what it was like for you to go to school here so close to home.
I mean, it's been amazing. I mean, I was right up the street, right down the street. It was just amazing. This campus is amazing, and I love being at home. I love Atlanta, and it's just been great.
And you got to do some incredible work while you were here at Georgia Tech. Tell us about your work with Google.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got into the Google Boat program. I was the first student from Georgia Tech ever to get into this program in my sophomore year, actually, and that ended up having me go to the internship program, and I did great at the internship program, and I ended up getting a full-time offer.
All right, basketball player, won a club national championship. What position, what's your top skill?
All right, I am a shooting guard, and my top skill is shooting. Three-point shooting.
The outside threat.
Yes, outside for real. I'm Curry. They call me Naomi Curry.
All right, Naomi Curry, do you have any shout-outs you want to do to anybody in the stands or at home?
Yeah, I want to shout out all my families and friends, my mom, my grandmas out there, and specifically my little sister Joanna. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all.
All right, really quick though, you have a really cool stole. Can you tell us a little bit about your stole?
Yeah, so it has I wanted to put all my accomplishments from college on here. So, I mean, it has my brand, What Can't You Do? That's something that I live by every day. I am a 6-time intern, really going on to 7-time intern. You have Google, NBA on TNT. You have all these things, basketball, tennis. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff on here. And I just really love my stole.
It's really cool.
A customized stole. Naomi, thank you so much for joining us. You brought a lot of energy to the desk. I like this.
I'm really excited.
All right, so that's just a taste of the regalia. We're going to send it over now to Evan and Tyler, who have someone else to explain to you what this all regalia might mean as you see graduates crossing the stage today.
Yes, I want to chat a little bit about the regalia. We just saw Naomi Stoles, which is pretty cool, but we're here to talk a little bit more about it with our lovely model here. Can you just say your name and what you've been studying here?
Yeah, my name is Madeline, and I'm studying electrical engineering.
Okay, Madeline, so I'm going to need you to explain a little bit. You have some cords here, some stoles, some medallions. Let's start with the stole, okay? Can you tell everybody a little bit about what your stole means?
Yeah, so I have 2 on the right is Kappa Alpha Theta, because I was in the sorority. I know I've seen a lot of other sisters here. And then the left is for Residence Hall Association, because I was a hall counselor officer for 2 years. And then the cords, I have, of course, the honors cord. And then Eta Kappa Nu is an electrical ECE society. And then Brierian Honors Society is a co-op and internship group. And then every ECE student gets a medal.
I was wondering about the medal. I was really curious about that. That's really cool. So you can zoom in a little bit more here, Lynn, but I want you all to know that each student's regalia is actually made 100% of recycled plastic bottles sourced from landfill. So each regalia and cap and gown has about 23 to 27 plastic bottles in each. And our bachelor's ceremony graduates today are wearing the traditional black robe with no extra sleeve material. Our master's students yesterday and PhD students, they have a little bit more material there. But today, our graduates have the traditional gown here. Okay, but something else to note that she did mention is the cords, all right? So if you see students with these cords, that means they have earned honors, high honors, or the highest honors. So if you see them, make sure you congratulate them all because they have earned them. But for now, that's it on regalia, and we're going to send you back to the desk.
Thank you very much, Evan. And I like the regalia. I think it's a cool way to individualize someone during their graduation time period. And right now we've got Owen Pinley, who's another one of our Georgia Tech graduates. He's got some regalia on, as you can tell. And Owen, just tell me what this is, because we didn't even have this note. We did not do our research correctly because we didn't know you were part of this organization.
Yes, so my golden stole right here is for the Georgia Tech Swim Club. Shout out to everybody in the audience for them. And then I have our honors cords right around here as well.
Great. And so, Owen, talk a little bit about the Georgia Tech traditions that's really special to you that you've completed a few times.
Yes, I did compete in 3 different Mini 500 races, 2020, 2021, 2022. I still have some scars and bruises all over my legs, but finished and only had to carry the trike across the finish line a couple times.
All right, so you were a part of the Mini 500 in a couple of different locations because due to the pandemic, couldn't do it in the traditional way at one point. Which was tougher, doing it over at the CRC in that long lap all the way around, or when you had to go up the hill?
Well, over at the CRC, it was flatter, but we actually had to disinfect the trikes for about 10 seconds between each change of people, so that definitely presented an extra challenge opposed to the other years following it.
So tell me about what you're graduating. I know you're a Scheller graduate, but you also have a really cool minor. What are your plans on how you're going to use that in your next step?
Yes, I did a minor over at the College of Design, the Sustainable Cities minor, and I'm going out to Texas in a couple weeks. I'll be joining Gartner out in their Dallas office. I'm going to use that degree very well. Really happy to be at Scheller over the past 4 years.
All right, I think it's time for a few shout outs. Is there anybody in the crowd you want to say hello to and thank you to?
I do. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I saw y'all out there earlier, and to my grandparents, aunts, and uncles that came out, and to all my friends and professors in the audience today.
All right, thank you very much, Owen. We're going to head it back over to Tyler Schott, who's with another one of our students.
Thanks, Bryce. We have a few more students here. First, we have Patrick, and I see you have a Marine Corps rank on your grad cap here. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I was a Marine for 6 years, and I worked on the V-22 Osprey. So coming from that into education, it made sense to go into mechanical engineering. That really sparked that passion for me, and I'm happy to continue that on.
That's awesome. I know you told me you're getting your master's degree here as well. Do you know what your goals are after you get these degrees?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to go back into the defense industry and continue to protect the country that way.
That's awesome. How has your experience here been aided or helped by your military experience?
Oh, it's definitely given me the discipline to study at the times when you need to, but maybe you don't want to.
Yeah, great. Is there anyone here online or in the audience you'd like to say hi to?
Absolutely. My girlfriend, Cassie, and my mom and dad. Hello. It's good to see you guys. I hope you guys are recording this.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We also have Lewis here, and I know you had a great experience here at Tech, a lot of stoles on you. Can you tell me about some of your favorite experiences here at Tech?
Yeah, some of my favorite experiences, definitely having a business minor in the Denning T&M program, being a major in mechanical engineering, and then also being a student ambassador.
Yeah, I know you were telling me about some of your stories as a student ambassador. Does anything come to mind that was like a, wow, this is a great Georgia Tech memory that I'd like to share?
I definitely love giving coded tours and also working President's Dinner, so having the chance to interact with a lot of different alumni was just an amazing opportunity.
That's awesome. And now you're soon to join those ranks of the alumni, a very exciting day. Do you know what you're up to as an alumni, what you're doing after you graduate?
Yeah, so I'll be going to McKinsey to work in consulting.
Awesome. Congratulations. Now it's time for a shout out. Anybody in the stands you'd like to say hi to?
Yeah, definitely shouting out my family and my girlfriend as well. And they're over there around the 50-yard line.
Well, family, look forward to them crossing that stage today and getting their degree. We're going to toss back to Bryce and see another student.
All right, thank you very much, Tyler. Before we get into our next package, I do want to remind folks, because there's a lot of people now, a lot of students coming in. What you are tuned into right now is Commencement Live. This is our pre-show. We got about 15, maybe 20 minutes before we get going and get this thing cranking. But I need you now to start making your way to your assigned areas if you're a graduate. So if you're Scheller College of Business, find the seats with the signs on the back that say College of Business. Same goes with all the other ones. I know you're Georgia Tech students, but a little direction doesn't hurt anybody. Please do not remove the chairs or the signs from the chairs, and make your way to your seats as we are getting closer and closer to that commencement start. And everybody that is filling one of those seats out there here at Bobby Dodd Stadium, they're going to have the opportunity to join an elite group, and that is a graduate of Georgia Tech, and they instantly become a part of an alumni association that is one of the best and strongest in the entire country. Here's a message from our Georgia Tech Alumni Association.
right. I am here on the field with another one of our amazing graduates today. Can you tell everybody your first and last name and what you've been studying here at Georgia Tech?
Hi, I'm Kelsey Watkins. I'm actually a graduating third-year economics major.
Okay, so I do have to ask because economics isn't something that I would have chosen for myself. You know, why choose economics as a major here at Tech?
I just really like that supply and demand can kind of like describe human behavior on like an everyday setting too. And I'm actually looking forward to using that going into my job, so yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. But while you're here, I have to talk about your outfit. I keep feeling we can talk about fashion, but we're going to continue. So you have a necktie dress, I guess I was saying. So can you just explain, what you're wearing and, what inspired this?
Yeah, I made my dress completely out of men's ties. I found some on eBay that were like vintage. I got some from friends and family, and my grandma, Betty Cobb, shout out to her, helped me sew my dress together, which was super special to me because I'm able to like walk with my friends and family, and I get to like remember my grandma by this.
No, that's amazing. What was the hardest part about making that, or with grandma's help, did she make it easy for you?
Definitely sewing it without a pattern. We probably spent like 20 hours trying to figure out how to make it because I saw it off of TikTok and I was like, I want to do that, but there was no pattern, so we're kind of free crawling.
No, that's amazing. So after you walk across the stage today, I believe you have some more education coming up and a job lined up. Can you tell everybody about that?
Yeah, so starting in the fall, I'll be doing my master's in data analytics online and working full-time at Delta in revenue management.
No, that's perfect. And you did mention family. You mentioned your grandmother. Is there anybody who's here today that's been supporting you or watching online that you may want to say hi to or thank you to?
Yeah, hi Mom and Dad, hi Heath's family, hi to my grandparents and my cousin Tate, and my aunt Renee and Carla. Love you guys. Oh, love you guys.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure she got that love you in there. I pulled the mic away just a second early. I want to make sure you get that in there. But for now, I believe we're going to go back to the desk to learn about a couple more students.
All right, thank you very much, Evan. And what a cool thing, a necktie dress. I never would have thought to do something like that.
So trendy, so vintage. I love it.
Yeah, Ayana is our fashion guru over here, so you're looking sharp again today, Ayana.
Oh, well, thanks, Bryce. Thanks. I have to look good next to you.
Well, it's not too hard. Okay, so we still have a little bit more time here, about 10 minutes plus away from the start of our commencement ceremony. And, one thing at Georgia Tech is that we are really focused not just on days like today, but on tomorrow and the days afterward and impacting the future. And that's what a lot of these graduates are going to go out and do. They're going to become integral parts of our world. And we have launched a campaign in this last year called Transforming Tomorrow. Here's a look.
Our students are different.
The current students at Georgia Tech are the future of our world.
All they need is for someone to support them, and they can create whatever it is that the world needs for them to create.
We're the top source of STEM talent in America. We produce the most women engineers in America. We produce the most aerospace engineers in America. We have that local, national, global impact.
Georgia Tech really prepares you for that real-world next step.
It gives me a ton of confidence to know that what I'm learning, I'm going to be able to apply. When I go to class, I know that the things that I'm going to be learning are beneficial, and so it makes me want to pay attention more. It makes me want to ask questions.
There's an emphasis on what you're doing with your scholarship. How are you involved in campus? How are you involved in the community? Being a leader is about what you're giving back. It's about investing in others.
Every student, no matter how bright and capable they are, they still need an opportunity to be a human being, not just a human doing. When we involve our broader Georgia Tech community, I think there's a really good opportunity to really make a meaningful, measurable change.
And if we give them the right tools and the right resources, we know that our students really can change the world in a whole bunch of different ways.
It's going to be the grandchildren of the students that we're giving these opportunities that someday will benefit from all of this.
I'm absolutely glad that I decided to come here.
Transforming tomorrow.
The campaign for Georgia Tech.
All right, we're here with another student. Let's meet Lauren. Lauren, you said that you were a mechanical engineering student here, is that right?
Yep, I studied mechanical engineering while minoring in aerospace.
So you minored in aerospace. Do you do anything with aerospace?
I do. I'm a student pilot, and after I graduate, I'm going to be getting my PhD in aerospace engineering.
That is so cool. What is being a student pilot? What does that entail?
So you learn a lot of the different basic maneuvers, and as soon as you get that license, you're able to fly other people around.
That's really cool. How did you get into that? I have to ask.
I saw someone talking about it just like on a Georgia Tech group chat, and they said, oh, we have this flying club on campus, and I was like, oh, like people interested in aviation? And they go, no, the school has 4 airplanes people can train in. And I go, okay, no, I'm doing that.
Wow, I had no idea that we had planes here. There's so many cool clubs that we don't get to hear about, and I'm so glad we got to hear from you. Are there any other involvements you want to talk about on campus?
I'm involved in Drama Tech, which is really exciting. I got to assistant direct rent this semester, which was such a good experience and really where I found my community and friends on campus.
Wow, flying, directing, and a PhD, you sure have a lot going, and we're excited to watch you walk the stage. Is there anyone in the audience who's also here to watch you you'd like to say hi to?
My parents are here, my little sister is back there, and my grandparents.
Well, hello, family, and say hello. Perfect. We're going to toss to the board and check out another student.
I'm originally from South Carolina, and I chose mechanical engineering to study here at Tech. So originally, I'm actually a Clemson transfer. I know, Clemson Tiger, but I'm more of a Yellow Jacket now than anything. So Tech has always been a dream school for me. I mean, growing up in the South, when you think of engineering, you think of Tech. That's all it is. And from a young age, I've always liked to create and work with my hands and figure out how things work. And Tech being, the engineering school, and also having, I believe, the largest student-run makerspace in the whole nation was just, the natural choice for me to come here as a dream school. I studied abroad at Georgia Tech Europe, taking thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, machine design. So we're talking like heavy hitter courses. It was the first time that I've ever left the country. I made amazing friends, and actually I found out what my career path wanted to be. In Bure, France, I toured a long-term nuclear waste facility deep underground. We're talking 1,500 feet deep underground, and my fascination for nuclear things only grew. So as a result, that shaped my career path, and I will be joining Los Alamos National Laboratory as a nuclear engineer following my graduation. I studied there in the spring, and all my friends, everybody went to Italy for their spring break, but a friend and I, we actually decided to do the complete opposite and go straight up north to Finland in the Arctic Circle. It was an amazing time. We went husky dog sledding, we went inside a glacier, we saw the northern lights, and actually I made amazing friends there. So I'm actually still in touch with a Finnish border patrol guard, so security guard there, and he's still inviting me back to his place, and I'm probably gonna visit him next summer. ME2110, you're building a robot. That was my first time really laser cutting, using power tools, all that. But also outside of class, I worked on this homemade go-kart. I remember I bought an engine off of Craigslist, and I made it into a little go-kart that I drove around campus. It was amazing. And coming here has been the best decision I've made in my life. The stuff I learned here, the stuff I made here has been invaluable to me.
All right, and we're here with Quinn. And Quinn, you have to tell me a little bit about what you're holding in your hand right now. This is very cool. We're hoping it works. We were just testing it out. But tell me what this device is that you've created on the top of your graduation cap.
Yeah, so of course, being a Georgia Tech engineer, it's work smarter, not harder. So I made a little Arduino circuit right here, and it's pretty much an automatic tassel turner. So later, when we graduate, get our diploma, you don't have to turn it yourself.
And you've got a remote control. We're trying to get it to work right now. Maybe just needs a little bit of juice or the right angle, but very, very cool. And just so you know, and right now as you're making your way to your seats, please start making your way to your seats and make sure that you have your tassel on the right side because it's going to turn from right to left. But you've got this, it can go both ways, can it?
It can. It can go both ways because, I want to graduate a whole bunch of times. Just keep turning it back and forth.
All right, yeah, so what's the plan? You're going to go back to school? You're going to continue on? What's in the future for Quinn?
So I actually have a full-time offer as a nuclear engineer at Los Alamos National Laboratory. So if you're not familiar with them, they actually invented the atomic bomb in World War II. So I'll be joining there in June as a nuclear engineer.
Wow, very, very cool. All right, shout out time for you, Quinn. Who do you want to say hi to?
All right, I want to say hi to my sister, hey Jenny, and her boyfriend Brian, and of course my parents and uncle and aunt who are here.
All right, well, congratulations on graduating. We'll let you go ahead and get back to your seat because we have some information now we've got to go over. Okay, so once again, it is now time to get your attention, Georgia Tech graduates, one more time to follow some directions. We're going to go over exactly what it's going to be like for you today as you walk across the stage. So please make your way to your assigned seating areas, sit down, relax, and we got about a 5-minute instruction video here for you. So the first thing that you're going to do is when you are lifted up out of your row, you're going to walk down this way. There's going to be an area here where you kind of stop first. You'll have a photographer. They're going to take a picture. That's where you smile the first time. All right, there's a lot of smiles coming up. First smile. And then you make your way over to a line. There'll be a line forming unless you're the first one. And you'll pull out your phone. Actually, you know what? Right now you can pull out your phone and you can pull up your graduation pass, your grad pass. Okay, pull your brightness all the way up to 100% and take a screenshot. This is a pro tip, you guys. Very, very important. Screenshot that. That way you can pull it up and you don't have to rely on Eduroam. We've all lost a project from Eduroam before. All right, so let's make sure that you've got that going. So screenshot it, brightness all the way up, and you start to make your way this way. There'll be a line forming, and as you get to here, there's going to be someone. Here he is, right here. He's busy actually doing work, and he's going to beep boop your screen. All right. If you do not hear beep boop, you need to move to the side, and we'll figure it out. It is that beep boop that allows your name to be read over the loudspeakers. Okay. So that's number one. Now, as you make your way up to the stage here, you'll be waiting in line. You're getting excited. Knees a little shaky. Don't worry about it. Take it one step after the other. Your big moment is almost here. You're going to get up to this little area here that's flat, and someone will stop you. All right? And they're going to make sure that you have your time, your runway, your walk to Dr. Cabrera. Okay? They'll tap you on the shoulder, and you keep on moving forward. If you have a phone, you can put it away now. You don't want that out during picture time. So, all right. And so as you're moving up this way, Dr. Cabrera will be right here. He will hand you your diploma-looking thing. All right? You'll shake a hand. You'll look this way, say hi to your crush, and then you continue to move on. So as you walk further down, you have now completed the hardest part of this journey. You have gotten your degree. You're smiling. People over here are taking pictures. There's going to be cameras all through here. You might end up on the Georgia Tech Instagram. It could happen, all right? We're going to be taking a lot of photos this way. As you walk this way, you're not quite done with your duties. You move down this very carefully. It can be a little bit slick here. That's not a joke. It does get a little slippery here. That's why we've got the mat. And then you'll make a quick right turn. You'll move this way, forward walking, not backwards like myself. I don't want to run into anything here. And you will get in line to take your photo with the rec. Really easy. Step right up. You've got, please stand here. This is where you stand. They'll take your picture. You get your shot with the rec. That's your 4th or 5th smile. You still got many more to go. And now you'll make your way out from the rec and all the way back to your designated seating area, okay? If you see someone in the crowd, you can wave hi, but we do need you to continue to move through this area so that we don't get any sort of traffic jam. All right, and at that point, you're done, right? You're a graduate of Georgia Tech, but there's many more behind you that will go, so we ask that you respect them and enjoy today's ceremony. Okay, so we got a little bit more time before we're ready to go, about 3 or 4 minutes before we are set up, and this is one of my favorite parts about commencement is finding out what everybody else's favorite parts are about commencement. For me, I think it's when the Ramblin' Wreck drives away. What do you think, Ayanna?
I am here for the looks. I love the girls in their dresses, the guys in their outfits. I'm here for the fashion, always.
I'm here for the families, right? All the people here who are here to support their loved ones. They're smiling, they're happy. I love seeing everybody walk across the stage and getting that loud cheer and that hooray.
You know, I'm a student here right now, so I love seeing the people that I know in classes crossing that stage, and it makes me ever so happy to be graduating in another semester. So I look forward to seeing you all, and we actually have another student to talk to right now, and we're talking to Reed Blanchard. Reed, I know you've done some cool stories with us. You did a hopscotch thing. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so last year we started a club called Seek Discomfort Club. The idea was the best way to grow is by getting out of your comfort zone. I'm excited to say we have over 500 members now, but we broke the Guinness World Record for the world's longest game of hopscotch. And so we bought 600 pounds of cornstarch, mixed it with water, and we painted 4.2 miles of hopscotch around campus. And then, of course, afterwards, we had to hop the whole thing. So we had about 10 people hop. It took almost 2 hours for us to hop it, but we got the Guinness World Record.
That's so cool. I remember seeing all the squares across campus, and people wanted to know what's going on. You said you founded that club. Did you guys do anything else that was a notable thing with the club?
Oh boy, we have done all sorts of activities. Every year we do a sunrise hike. We've done our patented Wheel of Discomfort. We've jumped off the high dive, worked with the Georgia Tech improv troupe. This last couple weeks ago, we hosted a maid cafe on campus. So all sorts of stuff, trying to interact with different clubs that do different things.
That's so cool. Now that you're graduating with your bachelor's, do you know what you're doing after?
Yeah, so I'm going to seek a little bit more discomfort. I didn't get to study abroad during my time as an undergrad. So for grad school, I'm going to go to GT Europe and get my master's there for a year. And then hopefully I'll come back to Tech to graduate once again this time next year.
Well, we look forward to seeing you. Is there anyone in the audience who's looking forward to seeing you cross that stage today?
Oh yeah, I have to give a shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom. It's my Aunt Jerry. And of course, my mechanical engineering capstone group, the Mechanical Engineers, you're out there. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Reed. And now that we're getting close to the showtime, Bryce, I have to ask you, what is your favorite thing about graduation?
You know what? I like it when graduation starts, and that is where we are right now. Commencement Live is over. For those of you that have worn the white and gold, you are brave, you are bold, and we celebrate you today. Welcome to your 2023 undergraduate commencement at Georgia Tech.
Welcome to Georgia Tech's Spring Commencement. Students, please rise for the faculty processional.
Good afternoon and welcome. Buenas tardes y bienvenidos. Please rise and remain standing for the presenting of colors and the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, and thank you for that great performance from the Glee Club. We'll be back at the end of the ceremony. Please be seated. I'm excited too. Yes. My name is Angel Cabrera, and I have the privilege of serving as Georgia Tech's president. Before we get started with today's proceedings, I would like for us to take a moment to recognize all veterans and active service members with us today, as well as first responders. If you have served in any branch of the U.S. military or have served as a first responder, please rise so we can recognize you. Thank you all for your service. So graduates, members of the faculty and staff, distinguished guests, families, and friends, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 264th commencement exercises at the Georgia Institute of Technology. What a pleasure it is to be together, marking this special day in Bobby Dodd Stadium. And for the record, we have ordered dry weather just for you. The first speaker today will be one of our amazing graduating students. I'm pleased to introduce Zaria Redhead, a bachelor's degree candidate in business administration, who has brought a great fan club, by the way, and who will give the student reflection. Zaria. Thank you so much. The wind has kind of moved us around. You got it.
Good afternoon, friends, family, faculty, and members of the Georgia Tech community. My name is Zaria Redhead, and it is my honor to give the reflection speech today. The first piece of advice that I received my freshman year was to get out. At the time, I had no idea what this phrase meant. I thought that a student simply spends 4 to 5 years completing a degree and then graduates. Well, let's think about that for a moment. When has Georgia Tech ever been typical? In the 138 years of this institution being open, when have we been mediocre? Never, and we won't start now. From becoming the first university in the South to admit African American students without a court order, to graduating the most female engineers in the country, to steadily increasing the ranks of all 6 respective colleges, this institution and graduates are nothing short of extraordinary. Getting out means graduating from Georgia Tech, despite the institution's highly rigorous academic and competitive culture. It signifies perseverance, strength, focus, and unwavering dedication. It unifies Yellow Jackets from all nations of the world to one common mission: to get out. Now, out of all the mascots, the Lions, the Tigers, and the Bears, Georgia Tech's mascot is a tiny little Yellow Jacket. Do you know how small a Yellow Jacket is? It is between 3/8 to 5/8 of an inch in length. But this is only the size of one Yellow Jacket. A typical nest is anywhere between 1,000 and 3,000 Yellow Jackets. This is because Yellow Jacket strength comes from their numbers. We are more powerful together as a hive of business majors, engineers, liberal artists, and scientists than we are as individuals. To get out of Georgia Tech means that you must rely on your professors, peers, advisors, family, and friends. It's the late night study breaks at Cookout and Waffle House at questionable hours that bind Yellow Jackets together. It is the hysterical laughing or mental breakdowns with your peers, or in my case, in front of my freshman biology professor after getting my first 40 on a test, that create unforgettable memories and success stories. It is the stealing of the tees across campus and excitement and camaraderie in Bobby Dodd Stadium after singing the fight song and wearing yellow head to toe. Oftentimes, people mistake Georgia Tech students for brainiacs or nerds, and maybe we are just a little nerdy and a little geeky, but we are much more than this. We are innovators, problem solvers, leaders, and competitors, but most of all, we are fighters. Yellow Jackets are more aggressive and more protective than any other stinging insect, such as hornets and bees. But the most interesting fact about Yellow Jackets is that they vigorously defend their nests. Georgia Tech will always be our home. Look to your left and to your right. This is your network. This is your community. As Yellow Jackets, I challenge you all to look after each other, build on this network, and make sure you protect your home, because together we swarm. I would like to thank a couple people tonight. First, I would like to thank God for giving me the strength to make it out of Georgia Tech and walking with me through every step of the way. And of course, I would like to thank my parents, Akoko and Ashley Redhead, my sister Asha, my brothers Kenny and Ashley, and my grandparents and extended family members for supporting me and showing me all the strength that I need to be speaking on this stage today. I would like to also thank Dean Merriam, Craig, and my advisors and faculty at Scheller College of Business for giving us a stellar education, endless amount of opportunities. Scheller really is on the come up. Thank you. A lot of people say, well, why would you be a business major? Why not? Why wouldn't you be a business major at Georgia Tech? I would also like to thank Scheller Business Ambassador for teaching me professionalism and how to run a successful organization. I would like to thank the organization that I started with my Black friends at Tech, the Black Women Support Group, and our advisor, Jewel, for trusting me to be our president and for the endless hard work and dedication to make Georgia Tech a more inclusive community. Lastly, I would like to thank the Georgia Tech Police Department, Chief Connolly, Gene, Captain Walton, and all my friendly police officers and safety officers for keeping me safe and protecting me throughout my 4 years here. Thank you all.
Thank you, Zaria. Very well done. Except for this business of stealing teas around campus. Okay. Still frowned upon. Not good. Anyway, thank you so much. That was great. Graduates, today you will be joining the impressive community of Georgia Tech alumni, a community of leaders, innovators, thinkers, doers, who are making a difference across our state, in the country, and around the world. Many of them are here today to celebrate you. Our alumni appreciate what you have accomplished perhaps better than anybody else. They may be the reason why you're here today. So I'm going to ask all alumni who are here today to stand up so we can recognize you. I love it. Thank you so much. I love to see repeat customers. It's a good sign of success. To welcome you formally into the Fellowship of Georgia Tech Alumni, I'm pleased to introduce Magid Riyad, an industrial engineer, graduate from the class of 2001, and the chair of the Georgia Tech Alumni Association Board of Trustees. Magid?
Good afternoon. You did it. What a glorious day to celebrate the class of 2023. Give yourselves a round of applause. My name is Magid Riyad, and I serve as the chair of the Georgia Tech Alumni Association Board of Trustees. And it is a distinct honor to welcome you into one of the most powerful and coveted networks in the world. You are now part of a Yellow Jacket family swarming of 190,000 alumni globally. As you share today with your friends, your family, your professors, and the Georgia Tech community, what we are really excited about is your next chapter, where each of you have the opportunity to create, innovate, and tackle some of the biggest problems and opportunities of our day. As an alumni family, we share a common fabric, what it means to be a Yellow Jacket. And Zaria, you walked back out there, but man, that was incredible. I just had that Yellow Jacket spirit flowing inside of me as you were describing it, and it's exactly what it is. From rat caps to football games, late night studying, really hard courses, living on this beautiful campus and dreaming big, all the fun and hard work that go into being a Yellow Jacket. For me, I was in the graduating class of 2001 with a degree in Industrial and Systems Engineering. And with a lens of over a couple decades, what I can tell you is the most important piece is to develop and keep the lifelong friends that you have made. The relationships that you have made over time at Tech will be with you for life. Lean into those relationships and don't lose touch. Secondly, for me, the real world, I faced challenges, and Tech prepared me well for those. I came to realize that I was well prepared to take on what I was facing. Third, don't pressure yourself to follow a particular path. Tech really was the career rocket ship it promised to be, but it didn't happen overnight. Once I got out, I realized and benefited from what it meant to be a Yellow Jacket. I had the opportunity to learn from several respected mentors in different companies, and then went on to lead my own venture. We share the traits from our time at Tech, and we don't give up. We know how to solve hard problems, and we know how to work as a team. Maybe the best lesson I learned while I was at Tech is the power of faith and perseverance. You will go far because of these traits, and will come to appreciate, as I have, how they will serve you for a lifetime. Over the next few years, life will change. You're going to move to new cities, become leaders in industries, take on new challenges, and you will realize how beneficial it is to rely on your Yellow Jacket family. The Alumni Association is here to help. Already, we've been behind the scenes since your first day on campus, giving you advice, connecting you with mentors, celebrating your achievements, and raising funds for your experience. Stay in touch and stay engaged. Let us celebrate with you when you get a new job, you get married, expand your family, move to a new city, or get your first promotion. The Georgia Tech Alumni Association will always provide you with the connections, job leads, networking opportunities, and events both on campus and globally, to connect with friends that will continue for a lifetime. You can always call Tech home. This is a special place, steeped in tradition, and as alumni, you will always be part of our family. May your pursuits be successful, your friendships rich, and your life full of buzz. Go Jackets!
Thank you, Maget. This time, I would like to introduce Captain Jesus Antonio Rodriguez, Commanding Officer and ROTC Professor of the Practice, to recognize those graduates who are commissioned to serve in the United States Armed Forces. Captain Rodriguez.
Good afternoon. Today I have the privilege of honoring a special group of students in the graduating class of 2023. Will the graduates of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Space Force please stand to be recognized. Well done. President Cabrera, in addition to their academic degrees, these students completed a rigorous program focusing on physical conditioning, military training, and leadership development to become officers of the United States Armed Forces. Please show your appreciation and congratulate these graduates for their outstanding accomplishments and patriotism. Thank you for your service. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Rodriguez. And this weekend, we celebrate an outstanding new class of bachelor's, master's, and PhD graduates from Georgia Tech, class of 2023. The bachelors that we honor today represent more than 40 countries and a multitude of disciplines. When you look at the people sitting at Bobby Dodd today, what you see is a whole number of incredible, talented people versed in chemistry, biology, history, psychology, physics, bright minds who can derive intelligence from complex data, innovators who can build satellites, robots, bridges, who can create medical devices, leaders who can run businesses or create new ones, or who can shape policy. You're all yellow jackets, as you've heard, confident, capable, creative problem solvers. You have traveled the world and can communicate in dozens of languages. You understand the power of collaboration, and you have been empowered to lead. You make me extremely hopeful about our future. But for all this potential to make a difference, there is something I will ask you to always remember: progress and service. Progress and service. This is more than the two words on our Institute seal. They define us. They speak to our own long-held belief in the power of scientific and technological progress to improve the human condition, to help people live better lives. I have no doubt you will succeed wherever you go next, whether you go into academia or government, or you go into business, or whether you start your own company. I know you will make us proud. In fact, a little warning: when you're rich and famous, expect a phone call from the Georgia Tech Development Office. It is particularly good at finding you after an IPO. But as much as I wish you a very successful career in those terms, remember that our true success will not be measured by the wealth we accumulate, but by the value we create for others. At the end of the day, what will make you very proud, what will make all of us here and everybody on the stands proud of you, is what you did to lift others, to serve and support those around you, and to make a difference in our world. Joining us here in person and online, watching, are members family members, friends, and colleagues whose love and support have helped make this day possible. Our students know perfectly well they wouldn't be here if it weren't for each one of you, and for that, we all thank you very much. We must also recognize the faculty and staff members who have guided and mentored the students, offering time, wisdom, expertise to help our new Yellow Jackets reach their fullest potential. I will ask that all members of our faculty and staff please stand so we can recognize you for your work. Thank you for a job well done. Now I'm honored to introduce some members of our leadership team who are joining me here on the platform. Please hold your applause as they stand when I call their names. Today with us we have Mike Shannon, Interim Executive Vice President for Administration and Finance, Jen Howe, our Vice President for Development, Stephen Gerardo, Vice Provost for Undergraduate Education, Paul Cohn, Vice Provost for Enrollment Management, Michelle Reinhardt, Vice Provost for Faculty, John Stein, our Dean of Students, Aisha Johnson, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs at the Libraries, Luisa Russo, Interim Vice President for Institute Communications, Jeremy Gray, Senior Associate Registrar, and our mace bearer today, Larry Jacobs, Senior Vice Provost for Education and Learning. Thank you all for your service. So graduates, we appreciate very much the magnitude of what you have accomplished and congratulate you for it. But I also want to thank you for all you've done to enrich the lives of your fellow students and for helping make Georgia Tech even better than it was when you arrived. Thanks to our student athletes who gave us moments we will never forget, to our student leaders who helped the administration serve you better, to fraternities and sororities, to all the clubs and associations that supported students and helped them learn about themselves and grow in countless ways. I want to thank our resident advisors, our peer mentors, our student employees. We would not be here without you, and we thank you all. Now, as many of you know, I've played different roles at Georgia Tech: student, an alum, a spouse, a parent, an advisor, and now president. I know very well that being a Yellow Jacket is something very special. It is something you will treasure for the rest of your life. I know how transformative a Georgia Tech degree is, like so many other alumni over the generations. I can proudly say that nothing I have ever accomplished in my career would have been possible without the opportunities that I had at Georgia Tech and the people that I met here. Now it's your turn. You will forever be connected to this institution, and we cannot wait to see the great things you will continue to do. Congratulations, class of 2023. Proud of you. And now it is my honor and privilege to introduce the 71st United States Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. Secretary Blinken ascended to the highest ranking seat on the President's cabinet after nearly 30 years of public service. He has helped shape United States foreign policy in 3 presidential administrations. He served as Deputy Secretary of State, Principal National Security Advisor, and Staff Director for the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, among other prominent positions in the federal government. From human rights and the war in Ukraine to addressing climate change and food insecurity, Secretary Blinken has prioritized diplomacy as a tool for tackling global challenges. He epitomizes Georgia Tech's motto of progress and service. I'll tell you on a personal note that the reason why I was able to come from Spain to the United States in the 90s to do my master's, my PhD, and to find a wife at Georgia Tech was because I was the lucky recipient of a Fulbright scholarship. The Fulbright program is one of the incredibly important programs that are run by the Department of State under Secretary Blinken's leadership, and for that also I want to thank you. Georgia Tech class of 2023 and our entire Yellow Jacket community Please give a warm welcome to Secretary of State Antony Blinken.
Class of 2023, congratulations. You made it. You got out. I want to say a special thanks right from the start to Zaria Redhead. Wasn't she extraordinary? Zaria. But each of you has survived one of the most rigorous academic programs on this planet. You've endured hikes up Freshman Hill. You have powered through all-nighters with, as I've already heard, a little help from Waffle House. You'll never again have to wear a rat cap, unless you want to. Now, as America's chief diplomat, a key part of my job is trying to resolve the world's most intractable conflicts in places like Georgia. Yellow Jackets or Bulldogs? Atlanta or Athens? And look, to be a trusted go-between in conflicts like these, you can't pick a side, even when, deep down, you know that one is right. But experienced diplomats like me know how to send the subtle signals that let people know where they stand. And so, esteemed graduates, I ask you, what's the good word? So, this morning's ceremony got Tech legend Harrison Butker, whose field goals have twice won the Lombardi Trophy for the Chiefs. You got stuck with the guy whose last trophy came in youth soccer for participation. So, I want to make it up to you. That is why I am proud to announce that today I am nominating one of Tech's own, renowned physicist, cellist, social media influencer, George P. Burdell, as America's next ambassador to France. He's earned it. Now, to get down to business. Before we get to where you're headed, let's just take a moment to reflect on where you've come from. Or, better said, who you've come from. The people, as you heard the president say, who helped get you to this day, who always believed in you, even when you were a rambling wreck. The people who put their heads down so that you could lift yours up. Moms and dads, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, grandparents, best friends. Many of them are here today cheering you on, and those who can't be are part of who you are. This is their day too. So, let's give them a big round of applause. Class of 2023, I have to tell you, I remember almost nothing about what the commencement speaker said at my college graduation. Not because it was a terrible speech, it wasn't. Or because it was a long time ago, it was. But because my mind was elsewhere. And I suspect that may be the case for many, if not most of you today. Graduation is one of those moments when your past, your present, your future all seem to be converging at once. You feel rightly immensely proud of what you've achieved, and at the same time, maybe a little bit anxious, or even outright terrified about what you'll do next. It's a time when the question of who you are and who you'll become looms large. I can tell you from experience, it's a question you'll probably be grappling with for years to come. So, I thought the most useful thing that I could do today is to share a few tips from my own experience about how to navigate the periods of uncertainty that lie ahead. First, get comfortable with what you don't know. 2 decades ago, I was hired as the staff director for the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. A big part of that job was fielding questions from senators, especially the chairman of the committee, a guy named Joe Biden, like how much aid we'd given a foreign country over the last decade, or how long judges served on their Supreme Court. A lot of the time, I didn't have the answer. Now, when you're asked a question you don't know, especially by your boss, it's easy to feel like everyone will realize you're an imposter. You might be tempted to wing it, to fake it till you make it. Don't do it. Memorize this answer instead. I don't know, but I'll find out. I still use this line, including in cabinet meetings with my boss, who's now President Biden. Here's why. If you give your boss bad information because you're too embarrassed to admit that you don't know, you're on the way to losing their confidence. It's getting the right answer that matters, even if it takes some time to find it. That's important when you're the one in charge, too, because acknowledging that there are things that you don't know signals to your team that they can also be honest with you. And it's also okay not to have the answers to the big questions, like what you're going to do with your life. Everyone struggles with those. Now, you probably wouldn't know that from people's Instagram or LinkedIn accounts, where everyone seems to be crushing it. But remember, these are the kind of real-world versions of George P. Burdell. They're highlight reels with the toughest parts edited out. You never know what's going on in someone else's life. So, err on the side of grace. And don't compare their outsides to your insides. Focus on your own journey. Be patient with yourself. You'll get there. You just may need to wander a little bit first. Wandering is how Buckminster Fuller, one of our nation's greatest innovators, found his way. He was born in 1898. He failed out of Harvard twice. He joined the Navy, he started a family, he had a successful construction company. Then, his world unraveled. He lost his 3-year-old daughter to a terrible illness. Soon after that, he lost his job. Broke, sad, depressed, he considered 2 paths. Either he would take his own life, or he would fully dedicate himself to serving humanity. Bucky chose life, but he had no idea where to direct his new sense of purpose. He spent 2 years rigorously observing the world around him, driven by the belief that nature's patterns would teach him how to use technology to improve people's lives. His first discovery was inspired by the triangular structures of spider webs and the branches of trees, which led to his realization that the right combination of tension and compression could make light, flexible structures incredibly strong. He called the principle tensegrity and designed an entire home based on it, whose lightweight parts could fit into a single shipping container. It was Bucky's answer to affordable and sustainable housing, and when Fortune magazine put his prototype on its cover, he received 30,000 unsolicited offers. Bucky led a wildly prolific life. He earned 25 patents in everything from cartography to car design, all focused on serving humanity. To this day, his designs are all around us. I was in Montreal recently, and we had a town hall at the US Pavilion from the 1967 World Expo, a geodesic dome that's over 20 stories high. Bucky designed it. And the mace that Vice Provost Jacobs carried when leading you out on the field today, its design is based on Bucky's principle of tensegrity. So, get comfortable with not having answers. The search for them will lead you to your most important discoveries. Second, know what you do know, the principles that guide you, no matter what changes around you. Jimmy Carter, of course, spent one of his undergraduate years here at Tech, and he later said that the only way he could get out was by getting elected president and then picking up an honorary degree. He had a beautiful saying for our core beliefs, which came from his high school teacher. We must adjust to changing times and still hold unchanging principles. That's true for individuals, it's true for nations. As President Biden often says, we're at an inflection point when we face defining questions about the future that we want and how to get there, including when it comes to technology. The unprecedented leaps in AI and biotech and quantum computing and other fields that you've studied are already having a profound effect on the lives that we live, how we learn, how we work. It can be difficult to keep up, no matter what field you're working in. At the State Department, I've realized that I need scientists and technologists in the room just to tell me whether I need scientists and technologists in the room. But as developments in recent years have made clear, technology, like any other field, is not inherently good or bad. This fundamental truth is baked into Georgia Tech's mission statement, which commits this institution to develop leaders who advance technology and improve the human condition. In other words, whether technology makes our societies more or less equitable, whether it promotes or represses human rights, whether it brings us together or drives us apart, that will come down in no small part to what you do. That's the story of Joy Bolamini, tech class of 2012. From the moment she started building websites in high school, she knew that she wanted to use her programming skills to serve other people. But Joy spent almost all of her time coding and little time talking to the people who were using what she made. That changed during her junior year at Tech, when she went to Ethiopia to help the Carter Center build an app to track neglected diseases. That experience pushed Joy to get out into communities where she could interact with people who were using the technology that she was designing. And that contact raised questions she hadn't grappled with before, like how seemingly minor choices in language could make people feel excluded, or how to engage people in designing the tools that were intended to serve them. Joy found a cardinal direction on her internal compass. Always, always see the people behind the code. Years later, she was designing an app that could superimpose the faces of other people, like one of her heroes, tennis legend Serena Williams, on top of her own. But the software that Joy was using couldn't detect her face. It only worked if she covered her skin, which was black, with a white mask. She tried out other facial recognition programs. Same result. So she peeled back the code and found the problem. The programs were trained on databases made up mostly of the faces of white men. The result was an algorithm that literally couldn't see Joy or many other black women. But Joy refused to stay unseen. She took the brave step of calling out the facial recognition software made by big tech companies and the harms that algorithms could cause. She published research. She wrote op-eds. She testified before Congress. She created museum exhibits. She convinced companies to sign on to a pledge limiting their use of facial recognition software and formed a group of coders to fight for greater equity and accountability in the AI that she continues to lead to this day. So like Joy, each of you will have to find points on your compass. Let me share one of my own, which has a lot in common with Joy's. Never lose sight of the people, the real people, on the other side of your decisions. A great journalist from many years ago, Edward R. Murrow, once told a group of American diplomats that the most crucial connection in international relations is made in the last 3 feet, by one person talking to another. The more layers there are between us and the people whose lives are affected by our actions, whether those layers are screens, or miles, or ideological bubbles, the easier it is to stop seeing the connections that we can only make in those last 3 feet. And the easier it is to start seeing people as numbers or statistics, the other, rather than as fellow human beings. Around the dinner table, when I was growing up, I heard a lot about our country as a beacon of hope. My grandfather came to the United States after fleeing pogroms in Russia. My stepmom found refuge here after fleeing the communist regime in Hungary. And my stepdad was rescued by American GIs after enduring the horrors of the Holocaust. So, to this day, when I meet with refugees, whether they're Ukrainians uprooted by Russia's brutal invasion, or Nicaraguans who escaped their country's repressive regime, or the Syrian and Afghan employees that I met earlier today, working here in Atlanta at the Refuge Coffee Shop, I see my own family in their shoes. These meetings are also a chance to hear directly from the men, the women, the children, whose fates are too often decided without their voices, in air-conditioned conference rooms, in policy memos, in spreadsheets. Now, some people believe that when it comes to shaping our policies, empathy clouds our judgment rather than clarifies it, and that if we want to advance the interests of the American people, we have to worry less about the hardships and injustices faced by people beyond our borders. I've never seen it that way. In fact, when I look at the programs that continue to make our country a beacon of hope and strengthen our standing in the world, they almost always are ones where we've remembered to see ourselves in others. Programs like the President's Emergency Fund for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR, which has saved more than 25 million lives and counting in the 20 years since President George W. Bush created it. Programs like the international exchanges that have fostered ties between generations of students, professors, leaders from the United States and other countries, including President Cabrera. And I'm so delighted that the Fulbright program can take responsibility and credit for you being here, not to mention your marriage. Programs like our sustained efforts to promote the human rights of women and girls and LGBTQI people around the globe. It's up close in those last 3 feet. That's where we remember that the true measure of any policy, or any app, or any startup, or any organization, anything else that we do, is the tangible difference it makes in the lives of our fellow human beings. Third, and finally, always be open to rethinking the things that you thought you knew. That includes the path you're on. It's never too late to change course. That's what happened to me. I went to law school after college and then headed to a big firm. The job checked a lot of boxes. I had brilliant colleagues, intellectually rigorous work. Salary wasn't bad either. But my heart just wasn't in it. So, 1 year, 10 months, 2 weeks, 3 days, and 5 hours after I started, I quit. Some of my best friends while I was in law school were film students, and a few of them had recently started a production company. So when I left, they asked me if I wanted to join them. And I said yes. I love movies, and the idea of being part of building something from the ground up was incredibly exciting. We produced a handful of films, including one about a brooding student-turned-vampire. No, not Twilight. And we put on a film festival in New York. But most of the creativity was coming from the writers, the directors, the actors, not me. Collaborating with them made clear that they had gifts that I did not. And as much as I love movies, I was looking out at a world that was changing quickly. And I was feeling the pull to be a part of it. Apartheid was coming to an end in South Africa. The Soviet Union had collapsed. The people of newly independent nations were finding their own way. There were peace talks between Israel and the Palestinians, a growing ethnic conflict in the Balkans. I wanted to get involved. I just didn't know how. Then I caught a break. Someone that I'd worked for years earlier told me about an opening for an assistant job at the State Department. I applied, and I got it. Now, it was a pretty junior position. My first office, well, let me put it this way. The previous occupant of my first office was a very large safe. So that gives you some idea about what the office was like. Basically, a windowless closet. But from day one, I was hooked. Diplomacy felt urgent, challenging, directly connected to improving people's lives. It was a way to serve my country, which I badly wanted to do. I felt grateful every morning walking into work. I still do. Now, I'm biased, but I think you might feel the same way. So, I hope that some of you will consider putting your skills toward public service, maybe even toward making our foreign policy better, for the good of Americans, for for the good of people around the world. We need your help. In my case, it took a few tries, but I found my place. And I learned something important along the way. I had to be open to starting over. When things didn't turn out the way I hoped, I had to change my experience, not my expectations. Long before he was president, Jimmy Carter was a young dad with 3 small kids and a promising career in the Navy's nuclear submarine program. One day, he got a call that his father, Earl, who was sick with cancer, was dying. Jimmy drove from his base in New York to Plains, Georgia, the town of around 600 people where he'd grown up. Now, Earl Carter, his dad, cast a big shadow in Plains, and Jimmy had worked hard to get out from under that shadow. But there was something about reflecting on his dad's life during that visit that planted a question in Jimmy. Not only was the family peanut farm one of the town's biggest employers, but Earl was a church deacon, a leader in the Elks Club. He served on the local school and hospital boards. When kids in Plains couldn't afford clothes for graduation, the teachers told Earl, and he donated them anonymously. If a family business went under, Jimmy knew the town would go with it. Seeing the community that his dad had worked so hard to build made Jimmy wonder whether it made sense and what it would be like if he tried something similar. After Earl died, Jimmy struggled with whether he should move his family back to Plains, and on paper it made no sense. The family business was deep in debt, and he knew little about farming or running a business. He had a bright future ahead in the Navy, but he went back anyway. His superiors thought he was crazy. His wife Rosalind was so mad she refused to talk to him, except through their kids. The first year, the farm earned $280. But Jimmy found something different in Plains, something that he'd been missing for years, that he hadn't been able to put his finger on: a sense of community. And as he and Rosalind turned the business around, he threw himself into local service, getting involved in the Lions Club, the Boy Scouts, the school, hospital, and library boards, in his church. Then he decided to run for a state Senate seat, and the rest, as they say, is history. Class of 2023, you have a mantra here at Georgia Tech: we can do that. And it rings true for so many of our shared hopes and ambitions far beyond this campus. But I would humbly suggest, as Zaria also suggested, that the most important in we can do that is not do, but we. We can do that, whether that we is a family, a campus, a city, a country, or the world. That's certainly true today. Think about your experience. Look around. No one gets out by doing it alone. You got out because you did it together. And I'm confident that as you reflect back on how you made it to this day, behind everything you've done and everything you're proud of, there is a we. It's the one constant in navigating all the uncertainty that you'll face, whether that's getting through the times when you don't have the answers, or figuring out the principles that will anchor you in life, or keeping yourself open to rethinking the things that you thought you knew. You must always, always be guided by people you love and trust. And so, esteemed graduates, don't forget, the key to navigating all uncertainty is never trying to do it alone. Find your we, and there's absolutely nothing you cannot do. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Secretary Blinken. I still cannot believe we did the good word with Secretary Blinken. That was pretty cool. Thank you for sharing those thoughts. Now we come to the time you've been waiting for, the conferring of the degrees. Walking across the stage represents the culmination of a great deal of hard work, and it's an incredible achievement. A member of our staff will be dismissing the graduates row by row. I ask that once you've walked, that you return to your seats, and there are 2 reasons for that request. One is I want all of us to show our fellow students, your fellow students, the same respect that they have given you when you were walking. The second very important reason for you to go back to your seats is that after we've all walked, I will pronounce some magic words that will make your degree official. Without the words, if you're not here, I don't know whether your degree will carry the appropriate powers. You do not want to test that today after all the work you've done. So you walk through here, go back to your seats. And, but before we start, we are beginning by presenting a posthumous degree. Today, we're proud to honor the life and academic achievement of Cole Dobbs. Members of Cole's family are here to receive his bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering.
Cole Dobbs.
Now I'm pleased to welcome Senior Vice Provost Larry Jacobs, who will introduce the academic deans by college. The deans will then present the candidates for bachelor's degrees.
Are you all ready? No. Are you ready? Senior Associate Dean Richard Utz will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the Ivan Allen College of Liberal Arts.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. I think Saria asked us a rhetorical question. Why study business at Georgia Tech? Let me extend that. Why study the liberal arts at Georgia Tech? Why not? Candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees in the Ivan Allen College of Liberal Arts, please rise and cheer. President Cabrera, I have the honor of presenting to you those candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees who have completed the requirements for these degrees in the Ivan Allen College of Liberal Arts.
Ian Edward Campbell Gonzalez. Julia Bergman. Grace Alexis McIntosh. Rachel Hudson. Haley Susan Martin. Min Chao Bui. Veronica Isabel Ventura. Grace Mackenzie Alexander. Grant Preston Barron. Zuna Shabir. Jade Ama Wurapa. Angelica Yvonne Jones. Nora Fahim. Isabel Yara Ziad Nassar. Samuel Allen Wambo. Lauren Riley White. Kelsey Watkins. Matthew Jeffrey Plunk. Adam John Bartnicki. Arnav Rao. William Granger West. Emily O'Day. Sarah Virginia Engel, Chandler Lee Pearson, Sabat Siddiqui, Afshan Fatima Hasnain, Daniel Joseph Pichano IV, Sarah Bethany Birchfield, Ruby Taylor, Brianna Lynn Cadle, Madison Jubin, Emma Lee Harper, Cassandra Jane Post, Samir D. Joseph, Derek Matthew Wong, Halime Benzer, Elizabeth Neal Burns, McKenna Rose McGuire, Isabel Marie Stafford, Hillary Dong, Grace Lily Swift, Catherine Grace Pikewitz, Madeline Abigail Cadens, Anderson Chandler Dozier, Addison Dasher, Caitlin Cullen, Annalise Maria Lara Quente, Jonas Chan, Nina Vesna Avramovsky, Charles Hudson Moss, Jeremiah Frederick Smith, Zaira Nahid Shabazi, Riley Melise Calhoun, Ross Steelman, Lillian Davis, Citlali Manzano, Alina Elizabeth Lovin, I, Liu, Zhan Chu Juan, Joseph Trey Glover, Maxwell Henry Johnson, Julia Claire Johnson, Katie Kite Marchese, Lydia Wiederholt, Nina Toller, Maria Komisovskaya, Jennifer Moody, Clayton Thomas Morgan, Sonali Kempton Master, Skylar Alexandra Edwards, Julia Rodriguez, Rena Jean Murata, Rebecca Lillian Lieber, Julia Melanie Bollett, Imari David, Noelle Alta Pickard, Yuna One, Ryan Wayne Estep, Sarah Ruth Maxwell, Nerea Hermosa, Paula Paceto Condesa, John Michael Young, Caroline Rose Canizero, Jonathan Paguise, Joad Taha, Brock Adam Flournoy, Audrey Grace Atwell, Sarah Jane Chidiak Rahman, Tanner Lee Crew, Savannah Simpson, Will Ferguson, Colton Page, Jacob Eli Young,
Emma Minardi,
Sachin Kadam, Riley Majeski, Isabel Nicole Keenum, Aditi Tekam, Teresa Rose Connor, Karina Lingling Teichert, Emily Bowling, Rhea Brooke Woodson, Tiana Mesadu, Allison Catherine Cumberledge, Austin Hughes, Apuela Mary Ojike Wekulom, Logan Thomas Hudson, Hannah Jane Bauman, Kylie Noel Griffin, Lillian Elise Arnold, Grace Olivia Dwyer, Cassie Baker, Alexis Taylor Malott, Michaela Grace Shamus, Micah Lauren Stuver, Emma Ryan, Michaela Katie Kramer, Noelle Park, Veronica Gibson, Lisa Jimena Garay Marinez, Celia Nicole Nichols, Parker Grace Dingman, Lawson Stapleton Shepard, Joshua Tryon, Cameron Nicholas Schofield, Carter J. Allen, Angela Howard,
Associate Dean Craig Womack will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the Ernest Scheller Jr. College of Business.
Good afternoon. Candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration in the Scheller College of Business, please rise and cheer. President Cabrera, I have the honor of presenting to you those candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration degrees who have completed the requirement for these degrees.
Donald Dayan Anderson, Tara Lynn Moore, Rachel Reinhart, Natalie Fowler, Riley Grace McBride, Samuel Joseph Eck, Cassandra Canales, Randall Marie Shingleton, Owen Charles Pendley, Isabel Jane Evans, Molly Claire Flynn, Emmett Patrick Halloran, Nicholas Carter Howard, Jackson Wingo, Robert Ridgway, Adam Poteet, Brooke Nicole Brownlee, Mary Grace McLeod, Carol Horlock, Grayson Lee Adams, Jameson Gordon, Elliot Michael Killam, Miranda Leggett, Pamela Marie Brown, Kaylani Tamison, Kwame Ose Kufu Owusu, Antonio Emmanuel Contreras, Nicholas Egoroff, Taylor Haywood, Arena Lysenko, Angelica Grace Wynn, Andrew Richard McKinney, Christy Nyak Mai, Chan Ue Park, Reason Carl Henry, Caleb Zhang, Madison Riley Knowlton, Caitlin Spravati, Alexander McLean Barton, William Clayton Simmons, San San Chen, Zori Zaharieva, Kate Karima Duca, James Allen Cragen, David Lee Kyle II, Frida Paula Carrera, Owen Zhu, Kelly Elise Vestal, Alexander Hovey, Jansen Masia Riddick, Isba Charania, Harsh Mehul Merchant, Haley Patel, Ellen Claire Buchanan, Casey Ray Langer, Simon Lockhart, Sarah Michelle Fisher, Hannah Elizabeth Turnbull, Aditi Shaker, Michaela Williams, Ernestine Pun, Calman Alexander Staley, Harrison Michael Paget, Micah Samuel Abramson, Victoria Zich, Jacob S. Danzig, Mia Quinn Constanzer, Lauren Caroline Gordon, Juliana Lara Casas Novas, Gabriela Perez, Marco Pacheco, Shashank Amarnath, John Aiden McDonald, Calvin Lee, Bennett Krause, Taylor Francis Harold, Joshua David Boyle, Elizabeth Rice, Lauren Joanna Coos Haybrook, Amelia Ellen Abernathy, Sarah Catherine Pike, Lindsay Caitlin Smith, Ayan Arif Keshwani, Jackson Bush, Mateen Jabrel Rasoli, Yebin Sun, Chuan Dong Liu, Young Bin Ha, Hyunbin Shin, William Davis Holcomb, Daniel Oliver, Josie Jong, Charles Frederick Benson IV, Taylor Nicole French, Michael Walton Johnson, Emma Wojak, Miskana Goitam Fakor, Bradley Samuel Greenberg, Nicholas Louis Rivard, Daniel Zoe, Tega Tesfazgi Habtamadium, Jin Hee Sa, Lauren Elizabeth Ollinger, Meghana Embar, Jackson Quaid Monig, Molly Dopful, James Isaac Hurley, Matthew Hopkins, Nastasia Simone Thompson, Gabriel Wilson Jones, Brady James Meyer, Anurag Agarwal, Ira Subnis, Harsha Tamburini, Samir Seshasai Purnachandra Anavarapu, Nicole Rosha Drunik, Duda Shram Zafer, Catherine Lang Pritchard, Ella Violet Cooper, Jill Bajaran, Catherine Hubbard, William Christopher DeGrazia, Carter Manning Smith, Rachel Elizabeth Bryan, Christina Lee, Sydney Davis, Jennifer Lee, Lucy Soo-Min Kim, Kyung Joon Lee, Son Yong Samuel Park, Daniel Ryu, Kathy Ann Siddharth Balaga, Kathy Ann Shen, Siddharth Balaga, Emmanuel Simon Malyarovich, Lucas Rary, Anurag Jalella, Austin James Chrislock Soto, David Martin Glass, John William McElroy, Hannah Victoria Shaw, Chloe Lynn Beecher, Shay Fleming, Ryan Wong, Haley Grace Harden, Shay Phillips, Lindsay Ann Johnson, Kayla Elizabeth McLeod. Avanti Upad. Caitlin Taylor Nazareth. Megan Lynn Cassidy. Miko Stenkevich. Isabel Hattie Cheryl Johnson.
Ayushi Rahar.
Niat Mogos. Habtam Yonis. Jonathan I. Piles. Christopher Lee Miller. Scott Russell Fulgham II. Cade Andrew Koutsaratis. Ryan James Spears. Gavin Patrick Stewart. DeLaury Hernandez. Mariam Feroz. JC Danielle Watson. Joanna Shushkova. Rukshan Robertson. Marika Fotini Misalitis. Harrison David White. Brandon Austin McKinney. Rami Basile. Ishan Shah. Nand Sunil Patel. Hardik Patel. Urim Mary Lee. Muskan Shah. Helen Wynn. Brandon Michael Dunn. Mark Christopher Ashbeck. Meghana Gongala Reddy. Ashley Friedman. Anthony Jerome Mosley II. William Milam. Kalani N. Norris. Paul Coleman Boyd. Eileen Solon. Alana Simpson. Ngazi Tochi Ozor. Naomi Christine Davis. Nayab Nizar. Jean Lynn. Risa Longwell. Michael Manduhano. Jacob Liu. Bartley Andrew Forrester. Connor C. Howe. Charles Christopher Hilgeman. Bennett George Jones. William Alexander Matthews. Nikita Vladimir Popik. Nicholas Alexander Lopez. Shriek Labu. Christopher Joel Johnson. Adriana Rose Daniel. Arul Gupta. Tobias Hadar McCoy. Jalen Huff. Zaria Adeze Redhead.
Assistant Dean Carrie Shepler will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Sciences.
Candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees in the College of Sciences, please rise and cheer. President Cabrera, it is my great honor to present to you those candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees who have completed the requirements for these degrees.
Tommy Robinson. Evelyn Aniola Gardolinski. Carmen Audrey Woodruff. Abigail Elizabeth Cohen. Jong-in Jong. Shalini Iblin Udawata. Sophie Holland Elsa Mosley. Mashur Al-Hamad. Christian James Spalding. Sakina Chekumar Gologo. Fiza Juned Sheikh. Yifan Grace Tang. Abel Misikur Shifarao. Sergio Francisco Ruiz Miranda. Jack Sullivan. Abigail Russ. Sam Quinn. Madison Claire Odell. David Max Weinberg. Liam Anthony Ordner. Ethan Yotam Bar Nur. Benjamin Hogan Peer. Benjamin Hogan Peer. Nu Ha. Nu Ha. Priscilla Morales. McKinney Grace Armour. Elizabeth Cowan. Nadine Helena Abrahamsey. Clayton Bryce Bayer. Priscilla Morales. Nu Ha. Bruce Everett Mays Jr. Ashita Mamareddy. Martha Catherine Broadnax. Brianna Dominique McNary. Riley Joseph Hultquist. Priscilla Morales. Nu Ha. Uswa Ahmed Khan. Lee Hassanzal. William Franklin Stevenson. Vishal Sudhakar. Lila Nasser. Veronica Isabel Ventura. Vanessa Hake. Sarah M. Miller. Lydia R. Fletcher. Jenna Lake Campbell. Madison Jones. Krish Tibrewala. Will Thomas Vaxmonsky. Yasha Barodawala. Fiorella Christine Gambetta. Rachel Megan Bond. Minhoo Lee. Eric Wallace Swiler. Nao Kamitani. Andrew Jung. Adelaide Norwood Robertson. Emily Rose Toma. Herschel Nilesh Patel. Abby Jaman Lay. Arushi Vadula. Drudy Trivedi. Hannah Elizabeth Dancy. Ryan L. Mahmood. Bing Lee Chen. Sean Choi. Joseph Samuel Brunner. Julie Ann Kemi Tijani. Andrew William Schilling. Lydia Grace Kenny. Jessica Chan. Zi Yerk Hui. Jacob McLean Stroud. Madeline Burns. Andrea Avila. Nico Donovan Beatty. Ryan William Schumann. Jenna M. Riskassi. Jackson Rafinsky. Yi Su Wong. Hamza Anis Ahmed. Twit An Nguyen. Emily Grace Moore. Grace Hansen. Orealua Oladuni Amosu. Carrera Estrella Ortiz. Mahir Mihir Patel. Kushi Shishir Tauri. Lydia Rice. Catherine Thaxton. Sarah Ann Sormay. Hannah Grace Odom. Annabelle Christine Thomas. Samantha Christine Rice. Elizabeth Pettit. Sydney Ayers. Rohan Shrivastava. Erica Ohashi Tang. Emily Sarah Arnold. Annie Trong. Danielle Gavetti De Mari. Sumaya Ahmed. Simran Shatish Patel. Harita Sigali. Ria Banushali. Akshat Tushar Patel. Rahul Sunkara. Natalie Emma Angela Pulin. Madison Kat Cottrell. Isabel Marie Pobans, Huang Min Vo, Wesley Alexander Ford, Eric Inlow, Michael Louis Delfino, Sarah Talwar, Bianca J. Prakash Dullab, Nikita Savant, Arodo Sarah Nanna, Kiara Machado, Elliot Heasley Hodge, Tyler Nicholas Bondurant, Lillian Bentley Klein, Jessica Nicole Shields, Regina Inkamakonam Wosu, Kayla Alexandria Agnes McRae, Dorothy Lubin, Orson Brond Westberg, Alexander Daniel Zamecki, Burhanuddin Binderwala, Mohan Nicholas William, Alan Moore, Sigal Bakun, Claire Monet Mohandis, Danielle Grace Jones, Celine M. Al-Nubani, Bray Ann Davies, Juliana Mercado, Gabriel Sanchez Jr., Paris Davy, Yushan Huang, Cambry Ryan Salyards, Carly Ann Schnabel, Alexandra Cristina Vela, Alexia Canyon, Teo Elvabach, Harsha Tamburini, Nihar Gupta Thadipamala, Rahul Kamal Wadwani, Madison Kramer, Isha Darshane, Raiba Amberine Ahmed, Arushi A. Upadhyay, Akshaya Thowdam, Haley Ann Akins, Annie Bukowski, Emily Catherine Crawford, Trinity Anna Scruggs, Shri Raksha Sundararaj, Parshad Patel, Chen Xuan Lee, Ayush Patel, Daniel J. Hicks, Benjamin Neal Wachter, Hannah Hyunju Rowe, Patrick Wishard,
Dean Rahim Bia will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Engineering.
Candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees in the College of Engineering, please rise and cheer. President Cabrera, I have the honor of presenting to you those candidates for Bachelor of Science degrees who completed the requirements for these degrees.
Nathan Grund, Patrick Wishard, Luke J. Livio, Patrick Ethan McElligott, Frank Aiden Malone, Lauren Page Siggett, Lauren Paulson, Anna Sophia Doherty, Ziyu Liu, Sri Sai Shreya Chala, Rohit V. Nibhanapudi, Jeffrey Siyuan Yu, Elizabeth Cosette Wu, Megan Hejin Choi Lim, Jaden Frost Stutzman, Sachi Dalvi, Ji-Un Lim, Jose Daniel Perez Martinez, Caleb Zhang, Mateen Jabrel Rasoli, Caitlin Sanders Canfield, Mark Erickson Rupert, Zachary Mallard, Martin James Still, Shui Jung Feng, Hao Fun, Hao Chin Dai, Michael Curtis Berry, Tham Hui Chung, Nicholas J. Shantz, Mai Trup Vo, Cameron Hong In Kwam, David Knight, Claire Francis Wan Young, Young Chak Anson Sang, Xiao Qing Yu, Hao Ran Chen, Vidya M. Malikarjunan, Arjun Rajasekaran, Kimberly Ann Wennerholm, Ryan Sao, Philothe Sahinidis, Josephine Bostic Nash Duranje, Laura Brock, Laura Elizabeth Nugent, Catherine Nicole Bairley, Michael Trainer, William Jackson Cuthbertson, William Joseph Buxton, Achintya Mohan, Na Chuan Yo, John Grillo, Jake Churchill, Adam Gray, Celine Marguerite Jordan, Mia I. Roberts, Louis Trevon Grady, Natalie Romero, Natalie Martin, Reedy Hawk, Zachary Niles Crawford, Kaya Hunt, James Forrest Root, Nicole Suzanne Beck, Audrey Alanius, Gabriella Wong, Caitlin Mackenzie Provost, Charlotte Weiner, Yu Lee Chang, Brooks Thomas Benton, Ori Carl Claire Knopfsinger, William Freer, Clifford John Gandis, Daniel Elkin, Gabriela Maria Blooming, Clara Eileen Buckley, Keith Legree Gibson Jr., Thomas Longwillow, Thomas Charles Thwaite, Corinne Lee Street, Colton Richard Anderson, Max Rothman, Luke Allen Rutherford, Bodley Lurish, Ashan Tyreek Francis Facey, Raphael Scott Laurie, Leah Salgado, Aaron Patrice Moss, Taylor Grimes, Naman Sarda, Jason Xiaoyan Kang, Kyle Joseph Wengren, Serby Batter, Aiden Michael Albers, Ainsley Ronco, Janie R. Edgar, Yunhao Hu, Zachary T. Smith, Carter J. Allen, Alan Jacob Gonzalez, Hee Young Huang, Joshua Andrew Williams, Jameson Miller, Dylan Alexander John Baptiste, Ronan Kennedy Sullivan, Shifal Adam, Philip Kallman, Jordan Wallace Moss, Tanner Beard, Jacqueline Nicole Glazer, Matthew Severio Advensky, Angela Wharton, Timothy Boyer, Colin Patrick Keenan, Tyler Grant Devoren, Anna Marie Teresa Martin, Taylor Reed Blanchard, Kevin Tom Joseph, Nala Hawk, Samir Schroeder, Shraddha Sakar, Rahul Kamal Wadwani, Isha Darshane, Zion O, Elijah Daniel Tan, John Tavius Leal Fontajon, Ramel Nicholas Montyre, Quinn Johnny Q, Christopher James Callan, Ben S. Cooperschmid, Charles Ronsky, Shahom Bose Bandopadhyay, Stephen Andrew Davidoff, Noah Alexander Ryherd Horton, Joshua Snyder, Mac Murray, Jimmy Ryan Philip Knott, Nicholas Andre Lee, Johann Sabio Venkataswaran, Max Pacheco, Yong Sung Huang, Sasha E. Chen, Emma Christine Klinzing, Jack Broadhead, Marley Miller, Bronson C. Zell, Siddhant Vashisht, Mark Orban, Nicholas Walter Sheely, Lauren Grace Holm, Leon Stewart, Rajev De Silva, Garrett Bradley Gullerson, James J. Boatwright, Matthew L. Liu, Abdulaziz Ibrahim A. Alabadi, Connor James Lenahan, Jonathan Kaliam Huang, Gregory Joseph Boudreau, Abhipsa Ujwal, Ria Kadakia, Sai Anjali Varanasi, Karthik Thungavel, Ivan Zoe, Mert Us, Iyas Zaid Ayesh, Faris Osama Kadan, Mohammed Ahmed Ghanem, Ryan Pierre Khoury, Ryan Pierre Khoury, Ryan Dabaj, Ralph Andraus, Cornelius Andrew Mulia, Zachary Winfield Scott, Daryl Bailey Jr., Christian Michael Dudemeyer, Aditya Singh, Jinsong Guo, Joshua Joseph Solanas Wong, John Doak Walters Jr., Radranshu Datta, Ethan G. Weinstock, Jacob Anthony Mack, Thomas Jackson Bruner, Emil Sakari Harkonnen, John Stephen Roach Taravnik, Carson Andrew Brown, Richard Wilson, Mark Anthony Kuyomji, Jing Tru Chen, Rachel Paul, Lily Mae Schroer, Conrad James Muley, Benjamin Thomas Collins, Kakeru Kobayashi, Pei-Ru Lee, Qianyun Zhao, Nen Chai, Parker Chi, Ziyu Chen, Yi Chen Ni, Xiaoyu Huang, Bo Kyung Kang, He Jin Chung, Kyung Chol Ha, Thomas Paul Alain Contis, Somil Rupan Joshi, Jed Keen Tam, Caleb Brooks Lewis, William Tyler McCaffrey, Drew Tyler Bailey, Arshad Shams Mandani, Anna Therese Janice Oquin, Caroline Elise Orange,
Zhao Xian Zhang,
Brendan David Hudgens, Jack Duck Doe, William Broughton Powell, Ziyue He, Siyu Wu, Grant D. Adams, Niam Kamal Morer, Shashir Pandit Rao, Samuel Edward Morstein, George James Madathani, John Drong Bao Huang, Karthik Ramamurthy, Byron Tyler Reasoner, Connor S. Campbell, David Alexander Carpio Gonzalez, Oscar Charles Paul Petitjean, Chizu Tao, Yifan Jin, Christian Matthew Sims, William Richard Frydunk, Ricardo Andres Santamaria Sarcos, Kwa Nguyen, David Dat Nguyen, Jason Chernow, Morgan Johnson, Iman Elbarodi, Atticus Cohen, William Ross Ponder, Peyton Royce Davis, William Diamond, Madeline Lee Johnson, Tyler Young, Adrian Neo, Zachary Vermeulen, Alex Wheeler, Samuel John Walters, Shannon M. McRain, Chris Kwang Do, Tang Da Feng, Hao Tian Sheng, Ray Ma, Sang Hyup Lee, Kyung Mo Kim, Dong Hyuk Ro, Martin Damianov. William Eric Shute. Miguel de Andrade Bijera Minej. Michael Ian Chen. Will Barclay. Benjamin Guo. Maddie Octavia Height. Melissa Gallego. Aaron Hunt. William Jackson Russell. Stella Jolly. Caroline Grace O'Brien. Lauren Christine Webb. Joanna Jergiel. Luis Ernesto Mendoza Amante. Ashley Kavanaugh. Daniel Justin Collins. Jasmine Leilani Ramirez. Margaret J. Zhang. Taekwon Chow. Ensa Kim. Hyung Joon Park. Abhinav Venkatesan. Tyler Jacob Peppenhorst. Lucian Ezequiel Ordaz Fernandez. Herman Ortega Jr. Robert Manville. Zhu Hao Lin. Luke Allen Shackelford. Andrew Ahn. Andy Jong. Lance Matthew Crawford. Jepil Go. En Quang Lee. Will Duncan. Andrew Michael Kell. Charles William Orth. Samuel Paul Orth. Christopher Zwo.
Ayushi Rahar.
Madison Brooke Nichols. Natasha Ramule. Mia June Toscas. Min Kim.
Miranda Kai Tan.
Ariana Anhee Nations. Asia Taylor. Tasia Lane Lawyer. Peyton Holston. Maya Rose Anderson. Nil Patel. Tirth Patel. John David Briaziale. Louis Turner Cardo. Matthias Teklu Hadgu. Soham Vimal Shah. Zachary Chan. Brian Taylor Walker. Julie Nicole Middlestead.
Jordan Trevor Ulrich John.
Robert James Dunning. Autumn Jafar. Duncan Thomas Hemauer. Ian Lloyd Bunker. Samuel Hirschfield Butler. Benjamin Alexander Hudson. Thomas Cooper Hayes. Jesus Elazar Lara. Jessica Renee Pepe. Joshua Crawford. Ida Vigeffi. Andrew Tillery. Alyssa Taylor Gordon. Lily Ariana Sitver. Isabella Rose Pogue. William James Ciro. Nicholas Paul Evans. Philip Stockton Colt. Natalie Elaine Glover. Petra C. Von Gray. Matthew Hawthorne Johnson. Diego A. Muniz Reyna. Sebastian Munoz. Tristan Valadez. Daniel X. Galligan. Sebastian Nunez. Manvi Virapal. Brice Diamande. Morgan Siostko Zagelski. Razine Basunia. Stephen Fuller. Chan Hyung Shim. Henry Lurd Stewart. Vansh Manish Kumar Patel. Genevieve Labby. Antonio Alexandre Dahosha Mendonça. Jesse Broderick Sokol. Natalia Kennedy Cuson. Stephen Slosser. Lily Longhua Burrs. Joshua Aaron Rubin. Felix Chong Pei. Matthew R. Ellett. Jason Scott Quessenberry Jr. Jeffrey Richard Garbachik. Nasir O. Krishkin. Duck Ann Nguyen. Phuong Vu. Min Jae Park. Patrick Hanul Kim. James Sehwan Jo. Sophie A. Young Chi. Andrew McIntaggart. James Henry Harrison. Dalton Chow Yu. Andrew Nazari. Christopher John Helgoth. Anna Hardy. Michelle Jenkin. Lindsay Marie Nyquist. Christopher Alexander Funes. Lydia Wu Chiang Han. Lydia Wu Chiang Han. Michael Baugh. Thomas James Weingarten. Connor Daniel Sims. Sammy Mohammed El-Aidi. Alexander Kong Rong Lu. Wasik El-Kabir. Jacob Matthew Smith. Gavin Michael Goodyear. David Henderson Cheek. Oliver Samuel Whitehead. Louis John Lammers III. Brendan David Hudgens, William Broughton Powell, Anthony Harrison Kedzierski, Brian Michael Feldman, Miles Elliott Pearlstein, Joshua Jungi Kim, Jacob Dylan Smith, Patrick Anthony Long, Bradley Sisk, Madeline Ann Hangler, Raul Avila Orozco, John Dalton Walraven, Caleb Chang, Ethan Daniel Ng, Raphael S. Chang, Andrew Paul Blair, Gracie Ann Eckelson, Carrie Ann Randolph Wilson, Zachary Welchel, Fatima Ahmed Sharif, Alicia Suarez, Rahul Monet, Bhavya Shah, Alexandra Youngrice, Chloe Madeline Pollock Muskin, Edward Terrence Frails III, Matthew Young Reingold, Stephen C. Debates, Gunnar Nels Eklund, Alex Nicole Collier, Tim Schuster, Vidor Ali Lujan Montiel, Stephen Muller, Caleb Christopher Corliss, Keono McDonald, Bruno Fonfa, Grace Mackenzie Alexander, Peter Louis Macron, Cole Turner Wilson, Sean Michael McKelvey, Amreen Nizarali Charania, Yashodhan Diwan, Pranav Ananthan, Aromel Saji, Benjamin Piken, Sophie Marie McCabe, Elise Mignon, Christopher Allen, Cassandra Homayuni, Kartik Saigal, Andres Reyes, Quan Min Nguyen, Sophia Vainikos, Sophia Ung, Diana Haley O, Lauren Cho, Anjum Shahida Alam, Sufyan Ahmad, Daniel Bain McHale, Connor B. Latimer, Brandon Mack, Muri Meskanab Mengstab, Benjamin James Erdo, James Sangarides, Mark Thomas Grove, Lucas Daniel Keaton, Jordan Gustwhite, Ines Blancher, Samuel Fine, Catherine Perkins, Zainab Abdiali, Christopher Caleb Page, Nathan Emmanuel Worku, Gavin M. Williamson, Shelby Ray Clater, Joseph Maxwell Lucas, Taylor James Teasley, Connor William Kelsch, David W. Young, Lucy Domang, Eguise Otaigbe, Ivana Uchenna Uzoka, Angelica Linsangan Makapinlak, Wang Hei Kong, Taylor Michelle Boozer, Bobby Stewart, Xingyi Sheng, So Hyun Jun, Jin Hee Im, Hui Min T, Ji Huan Huang, Erica Sweat, Sarah Lynn Copenhaver, Catherine Ida Smith, John Doak Walters Jr., Radranshu Datta, Joshua Joseph Solanas Wong, Jinsong Guo, Adam Levin Rappaport, Abigail Elizabeth Henry, Stephen Lane Colson III, Tomas Gowans, Bing Tao Hu, Jackson Dwayne Norris, Victoria Selby, Lauren Ressatar, Melinda Barron, Bailey Scott Martin, Jesse DeRee Barr, Catherine Ruth Boyd, Patrick Hanuel Kim, James Sehwan Jo, Sophie A. Young Chi, Andrew McIntaggart, Griffin Michael Gillespie, Christopher Jacob Burgett, Michael David Landon, Jared Scott Walker, Joshua Bristow, Sean Zhao, Brian Leong, Alexander Patino, Eric Licona, Alexander G. Chips, Hauka Dell, Lauren Nicole Duderstadt, Tomer Bromberg, Oi Lam Ko, Beliz Utabai. Erin Sarah Abraham. Emily Ann Joe. Chongwan Park. Ethan G. Weinstock. Abhipsa Ujwal. Britton David Perro. Christopher Wilson Poole. Phuong Vu. Maxwell Thomas Ray. Harrison Donald Ford. Christopher Heath Chase Jr. Un Pok Justin Chow. Natasha Naz Najmi. Narendra Narine. Jacob Liam Wutzler. Rohan Banerjee. Mark Anthony McQuilling. Craig Murray Ackerman. Santiago Georgie. Ishita Chajlani. Sada Oliveros. Tej Kinsey. Edward G. Huan Rhee. Theodore Albert Johnson. Duck Ann Nguyen. Evan James Weaver. Adam Michael Weaver. Farhan Virani. Latrell David Veal. Celine Chan. Grant Stafford Anderson. Paul Michael Mattisvac. Peyton Lindsay Turner. Javin C. Ho. Mehul Gupta. Tariq Mamoon Mahmud Zain. Marco Stepnitska. Lindsay Don Rodriguez. Colin Jacob Fessler. Lucas Victor Duarte. James Milton Cipoletti. Cade Patrick Tyler. Mihir Vijay Nagaraj. Jacques Wong. Kevin Gee. Eugene Key Min. Avid Roxaz. Eric Lynn. Eric William Hintz. Matthew Scott Hannay. Varun Goodbole. Atre Gonella. Joel Sascalati. John Witherspoon Bowman. Daniel Patrick Mayu. Camden L. Carlson. Ryan Berry. Sadie C. Moxley. Dima Tretiak. Samuel Mark Bass. Manu Gumaraju. Mitchell Hayden Henderlong. Bradford Greer. Nila Sangita Murali. Jennifer George Najam, Nadim Ghassan Kanazi, Mert Us, Christopher Zwo, Aria G. Huff, Woods Burton, Hong Z. Kaur, Luke Gillette, Cameron Lee Crow, Hemal Shirish Patel, Azad Mohsen Al-Kiki, Magdiel Enrique Batista Dominguez, Cristina I. Carbonell Perez, Diego Garcia, Carlotta Hernandez Alvarado, Camila Brostella, Juan Fernando Royer Merida, Valentina Cecilia Fortuny Pacheco, Paula Montemayor Flores, Lucia Campos, Alexia Cristina Fernandez, Johnny Knox, Byung Uk Jun, Nathan Sing Yak Yam, Finn Ramos, Ria Prem, Shalini Evelyn Udawata, Jose Gomez, Adrija Bhattacharjee, Marissa Ahmed, Tilly Rose Basego Marumo, Michael Anthony Parrish, Dennis Lee Harrison, Max Flynn Gagnon, Dennis Lee Harrison IV, Max Flynn Gagnon, Trenton Hansen Hegrenus, Emily Marie Brooks, William Baylor Cantrell, Dylan Kynock, Alex Zamora, Camden Joseph Young, John Huang Nguyen, Lindsay McKenna Lubin, Aditi Shaker, Alma Rika Kemna Fujo, Nehemiah Elias, Corey Michael Catron, Ben Wagner, Parth Kishore Shinde, Jonathan Michael Saeed Shaheen, Aditya Narayanan, Bryce M. McNeely, John Ororiekpen Igiobo,
All right, that was very well done. No one got hurt. I almost got hurt a couple of times, but I think I did okay. And some of you walked twice, so you must have enjoyed the experience. So anyway, as promised, will all graduates please rise? Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Georgia Institute of Technology, and by the authority of the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I now confer upon each of you a bachelor's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. And now, your last task as a student, which I know you can all do this, to symbolize your achievement, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left. I know you can do this. Please join me in congratulating these fine graduates. If I may, I ask that the graduates remain standing while the President's party recesses. Then I invite you to join in the singing of the greatest fight song in the world, the Rambling Wreck, one last time. Graduates should remain at their seats until the conclusion of the fight song. Thank you for joining us and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
O sons of tech, arise, behold the banner as it reigns supreme. For from on high the white and gold waves in its triumphant gleam. The spirit of the cheering throng resounds with joy. Scion of the Southland, in our hearts you shall forever fly. O sons of tech, arise, behold the banner as it reigns supreme. For from on high the white and gold waves in its triumphant gleam. The spirit of the cheering throng resounds with joy revealing a brotherhood in praise and song in memory of the days gone by. O Scion of the Southland, in our hearts you shall forever fly. Rambling wreck, rambling wreck, rambling, 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 rambling. I'm a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech and a hell of an engineer. A hell of 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 an engineer. Like all the jolly good fellows, I drink my whiskey clear. I'm a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech and a hell of an engineer. I wish I had a Bowser, I'd dress me white and gold and put her on the campus to raise the ratio. If I had a son, sir, I'd tell you what he'd do. He would yell, "To hell with Georgia!" like his daddy used to do. I wish I had a barrel of rum and sugar 2,000 pounds. Rum! College bell to put it in and clapper to serve. Hurrah! Drink to all your fellows who come from far and near. I'm a rambling, gambling, hell of an engineer. Hey! Let's go!
bush hat. You and your ass invited, so gonna get to clapping. Go pop it for a plan, pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a plan, drop it for me. I'll rent a beach house in Miami.